Okay, on today's video on some of the current gun laws that are coming in, trying to get passed. And in particular, it's H.R. 45 is the one that's really got me the most concerned. It's also known as the Blair-Holtz Firearm Licensing and Record of Sale Act of 2009. Now this is being sponsored by Congressman Bobby Rush of Illinois. And this basically concerns any handguns and any semi-automatic firearms that contain, a detachable magazine. Basically any semi-automatic that I know of. Okay, this guy Bobby Rush is just absolutely nuts. I'll get into him a little bit later. Right now I'm going to focus on what this bill states. Basically, this is a licensing act, law that they're trying to put into effect, and it's steps on your rights, your Second Amendment rights, just unbelievably. Some of the requirements for the licensing is you need a current passport-sized photograph, provides a clear, accurate likeness of the applicant, name and address, date of birth, place of birth. Any of your aliases that you may use. Also, you have to, with this license, you have to give a thumbprint to qualify for this. They still have the same rules apply as what you have now on, being a felon, mentally incompetent. The basic rules that apply on that. But also, you now have to to get this license, also, you have to take a written firearm examination. Okay, and in this exam, that they're going to basically test you on, safe storage of firearms, particularly in the vicinity of persons who have not attained 18 years of age. Basically, how you keep and store a gun around a minor. It's going to test you on the safe handling of firearms, the use of firearms in the home and the risk associated with the use, and your legal responsibilities of firearms, including, you also have to know all the federal, state, and local laws pertaining to your firearms. With 20,000 laws on the books in the U.S., that's just outrageous. Just the fact that you would have to know all that. And also, you have to know anything that the Attorney General determines appropriate, which is nuts. I mean, he could put on there anything he wanted to. This is just crazy. Okay, let's see, what else have we got here that's listed on here? Okay, you have to have the date that the application was submitted, signature of the application, and also authorization by the applicant to release the Attorney General or any authorized representative of the Attorney General any mental health records pertaining to the application. So basically, you got to release all your mental health records. I mean, for anything. Whether you were deemed incompetent or just went to see a psychiatrist for a simple little problem. Okay. Let's see. And it also has a fee to this. You have a $25 fee that you have to pay for your right to own a gun. Okay, now, once the license is issued, you will get a card. We'll have your photograph on it, your address, your date of birth, and your license number, and your signature on it. Okay. And this license is good for, let's see what it says here. I believe it said 5 years. I've read this earlier and can't remember it all. Okay. Yes, it's 5 years. But you have to apply for renewal no later than 30 days before the expiration of the license, or you'll lose the license and have to redo the whole process again. Okay, the revocation of the license is basically if you violate any laws, anything currently nowadays that would prevent you from having a gun, it would go for that. Now also on this thing, it can sets forth laws on how you can sell your firearms that you already own. And basically under this law, you can no longer sell from person to person a firearm. If you want to sell or buy a firearm, it all must go through a licensed dealer. That means any of my guns that I currently own, if I one day, somebody asked to buy one, I wanted to sell it, I would have to go and take that gun to a licensed FFL dealer, and have them transfer it. And then all these laws would apply to it. I would have to have the dealer fill out a white form for him. I would have to fill out paperwork stating that I transferred this gun to another person. And these will all have to be kept on record with the dealer that does it. I mean, just swamping dealers with paperwork now. I mean, this is just a clear violation of our Second Amendment rights. Okay, and on the records now on these records, they must list the manufacturer of the firearm, the model of the firearm, the serial number of the firearm, the date which the firearm was received, and the date which it was sold. This is just a clear sign of the government trying to track all of our firearms and all of our transactions made with the firearms. And this is just crazy. Okay. It still requires you to have a background check. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. This also will now make you criminally liable if you fail to report the theft or loss of a firearm. It'll also make you criminally liable if you do not report to the Attorney General that you have moved, that your address has changed from what is listed on your license that you have to apply for here. Also under this law, you cannot keep a loaded firearm or ammunition and a firearm anywhere unlocked where anywhere in your home if you have children. I mean, basically it's stating that if you have children in the home or the minors under your care, that any type of unlocked firearm with ammo left out or a firearm that is loaded left anywhere in the house, whether it's got a whether it's put up where the child can't get it or anything like that, such as your simple self-defense gun, you would become a felon. It also makes you criminally liable for any firearm crimes committed by any minors who in any way got access to your guns. I'm not seeing here it's saying anything about theft by a minor, but I'm sure they'll imply that. I mean, that's just the way our government is right now. This is just a clear sign that they are attacking our Second Amendment rights. And the man that sponsored this bill, Bobby Rush, is this man is in '68 this man went AWOL from the Army. Okay, in '69 he helped found the Black Panthers in Chicago. This man has also spent time in prison for firearms violations. And now this man is proposing a bill to try and make reasonable gun owners criminals. I mean, the simple fact that we now have to register with the government that we own a firearm, that we will have to have our addresses checked and documented. This is completely unreasonable and just a clear violation of our Second Amendment rights. And I just hope this does not pass. I'm trying right now to get numbers for contacting my congressman to make sure that this does not get passed. As of right now, it doesn't have a co-sponsor, but it is in a subcommittee right now, the Subcommittee on Crime, Terrorism, and Homeland Security, which is a predominantly liberally run committee, which right there, it's going to end up going into the House and being voted on. And with Nancy Pelosi in charge of the House, more than likely this is going to be passed through the House. The Senate, it's up in the air, who knows? But I'm certainly sure that if this reaches Obama, we're in trouble. We basically will make us just about impossible for us to buy, own any type of handguns or semi-autos. I just wanted to put this out there, let everybody know what was going on. I'd seen it mentioned on a few things. I hadn't really seen it gone in depth, being discussed anywhere, and I wanted to be let known. If anybody has anything to add, just put it in the comments, or anything I need to be corrected on, just put it in the comments, and y'all have a good day.